modern music is trash. It's terrible. It's garbage. Is something that I've heard people say who I've talked to about music. I'll get into a passionate discussion with somebody about some music or artists, and then kind of suddenly, randomly out of nowhere, they will go, but modern music sucks, bro. The music that you hear today is terrible. And of course, when they say that modern music is terrible, they're talking about popular modern music. Because you really couldn't make an argument for, like, underground, like, modern, like someone like me, of course, who just reviews music that I think is good. Most of the stuff I review on this channel is not stuff that is, of course, mainstream. It's not stuff that's the #1 hits. I do occasionally do that on my song review thing. Is something I've been recently doing. And then I reviewed the Grammy nominations, which of course things that you're going to hear on the radio. Some of them, not all of them, weirdly enough. But yeah, when people make that statement that modern music is trash, they are specifically talking about modern popular music. And are they onto something? Today I woke up possessed and decided to evaluate if modern music is terrible through a metric of my own by looking at the Billboard top 10 songs on the Billboard top 100, the Hot 100 as they call it, and just evaluating each song in that top 10 and giving each song a score, a rating system, and then just going on from there. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me break that down. So this is going to be a rating system where I'm going to give each song a evaluation. That evaluation will either be great, it'll be good, or it'll be okay or fine, and then it'll be bad. So there's 4 different scores, and I'm going to give a different point value to each of these possible grades, each of these possible scores. All right, so here's the math. I suck at math. Best score, if I give something a great, it's going to be worth 4 points. That's plus 4 points on the overall point counter. If the song is good, it gets 2 points on the point counter. If it's fine or okay, I don't feel passionately, positively, or negatively, it's going to be a 0. It's not going to add or detract from the overall score. And if that song is bad, I am giving it -2 points. What this is going to mean, I have not done the math yet. I don't know what's going to end. I haven't even looked at the Billboard top 10 songs yet. You're going to get my honest reaction. But what this means is that if the top score is going to be 40, so we have 40 to 30 points, it's a really amazing decade for music. That means all the songs are either good or great. I mean, that would be really impressive. If we get 20 to 30 points, that's a really solid decade for music. Like, popular music is pretty good if we're getting 20 to 30 points. That means there's going to be some great songs and a lot of good songs. If we get 10 to 20 points, then it's all right. You know, there's going to be some stinkers and there's going to be some good songs, maybe even some great songs, but you know, it's not a particularly good, you know, popular music isn't particularly good music that's popular now. 0 to 10 points, and kind of underwhelming. It's kind of bad, where I don't feel passionately about nearly anything. And then of course, if we get 0 or anything in the negative, then it's modern music is horrible. Like, we're in the dark ages. We're in the dark ages of music, and please kill me now. That might have felt a little bit tedious, but here we go. All right, just a heads up, the audio does not sound good for this part of the video when I record with the Xbox game bar, which is how I record, unfortunately. But here we are. This is the Billboard Hot 100, and there's a spoiler right there. The #1 song right now, this week, and if you scroll down, you can see what week it is. The week of April 2nd, 2022. The most popular song, 62 weeks on the chart, 4 weeks at #1, is Heat Waves by Glass Animals. Boys and girls, I've actually talked about Heat Waves already on the channel at length. I did my own whole video talking about it. At the time when I recorded it, it was not #1, I don't think. when I did my video. It's number one. It's been number one, which is crazy. I mean, and that is very unusual in this day and age for it's really like kind of like a mainstream kind of ish alternative pop song. I'm sure most people who've heard the song have never even heard of Glass Animals before. They were pretty obscure. They had some hits on alternative radio, but they really weren't in the mainstream until this song broke out. I'm happy to see their success, but unfortunately it's not a good song. The song is bland, it's boring, the lyrics are boring. The only positive thing, the only thing that kind of holds the song above the water in my opinion, is that it is kind of a vibe. There is a vibe to this song, and there is a vibe in that hook. The hook is the best part of the song, but even then it's not anything to write home about. I think the song is just okay. It's okay. Number 2, scroll down very slightly, is Stay by The Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber. In this number 2 spot, we have the song Stay by Justin Bieber and The Kid Laroi. I think these top 2 for me, I keep up with this, are kind of obvious. I'm curious to see number 3. Let's see. Super Gremlin by Kodak Black. And I think this is an interesting song. It's a very short song. It's very quick. It's very to the point. It's got some production that sounds kind of cool. It's got this really fast-paced kind of vibe. They just kind of rush through their verses to get to the hook. And I think both Justin Bieber and The Kid Laroi have really good voices, and they're both giving pretty good performances on this. I think The Kid Laroi actually has a better voice, and maybe it's just because I haven't heard as much. I'm not burned out on The Kid Laroi, but, you know, Justin Bieber's I've heard him so much on the radio, not by choice. I did that review of Justice, and, you know, in my opinion, it's not a very good album at all. But guess what? This song is kind of a bop. It's kind of upbeat. It's kind of fun. There's not a whole lot of substance to it, but it's kind of a jam. And when it comes on, I don't turn it off usually. You know, maybe if I'm a little burnt out of it, but I think because the song is so short and to the point, it doesn't overstay its welcome, I think it's a good song. Super Gremlin. It's not a bad song. That's my first time hearing the song. It's my first time hearing the song. I think the music is okay. The beat's not bad. Kodak Black is kind of spitting. I didn't get much out of the lyrics though, and I think the hook is kind of weak. I'm not gonna lie. The song is kind of samey. That's what's sinking the song for me. What's keeping this from being like a good song is, one, your hook's gotta slap. If you're making a hit, if this is gonna be a song I'm gonna come back to, the hook has got to be either the verses have to be amazing, or the hook has to at least be like pretty good. And the hook is not doing anything for me. Yeah, and lyrically, it's just kind of samey. The song doesn't change. It's like 3.5 minutes long, and it's not holding my attention the whole time, honestly. I was kind of halfway through, I got the gist of it, man, and I was ready to move on. Definitely not a bad song. I definitely don't think it was, I wouldn't call it bad. I think it's just okay. Scrolling down. Okay. I'm not familiar with this one either. I may have heard it by accident, but another one that stayed in the same position, has not changed. 18 weeks on the chart. The peak position was number 3. Last week was also number 4. ABCDEFU by Gale. It's time for ABCDFU. Oh boy, what am I about to get into? Maybe I've heard this song before and I just don't know that I've heard it, but here we go. You know, it's got that rager TikTok energy, that angsty emo girl TikTok energy that we all like to pretend that we can hone into, and it's also fun. It's actually kind of goofy. The dog line, the chorus, you got those classic nas. Like I'm listening to like a 5 Seconds of Summer, like 2000 song. Like, come on, guys. 2000s, or is that 2010s? I don't even remember. 5 Seconds of Summer, like the golden age of them. But like, yeah, that was fun. I understand that You know, the issue here would be the lyrics, but I think there's kind of some fun, like, tongue-in-cheek. I don't know how authentic she was being when she wrote that hook, but the hook kind of slaps. The chorus is fun. Um, Definitely the best part of the song. I like those na-na-nas at the end. Like, it's kind of anthemic. Good. I think it's a good song. Scrolling down to number 5, we have the song Ghost by Justin Bieber. Ghost by Justin Bieber. Ghost is not a bad song. Musically, it doesn't sound that terrible. Like, I think the music before you get to the strings, like, the strings on this, the guitar on this sounds very generic. But before you get to the strings, sure. Like, it sounds pretty good. But the lyrics are so thoroughly boring. And I am just, even though the song is pretty short, like, it's under 3 minutes, I'm going to have to let my personal bias get in the way of giving this a good. Because I'm just so sick of it. Like, every time I hear this, I'm like, skip. Unlike Stay, which I gave the good score to, and it wouldn't be, I personally couldn't do that. I could not, because Stay is we already talked about Stay on this list, and I think Stay is like a step above this one, that I'm just going to have to say it's okay. It's fine. Scrolling down, we don't talk about Bruno. Full disclosure, I've been meaning to do a video, kind of a video, like a dual Mac music review and Mac movie review video, where I talk about Encanto and the song I Love Bruno. The song We Don't Talk About Bruno. I want to do a video where I talk about how, one, I have a very strong distaste for the film, and I really love the song. I really love the song, but I think I'm just going to do this instead, because it feels so tired to do a video like that, because, there's already so many videos talking about Encanto, and specifically talking about the song, the Bruno song, We Don't Talk About Bruno. But here's me saying, We Don't Talk About Bruno is fantastic. It's one of the best Disney songs that they've ever made. It's, wildly popular, which is awesome, because it's easily the best song in the movie. Like, I don't think any other songs in the movie get close to We Don't Talk About Bruno. It's that good. Like, it's just anthemic. It's very cool the way it weaves the story, and especially with the visuals, it's so cool. You can watch it on, YouTube if you haven't already. I'm sure you've already seen it, but with the visuals, it's fantastic. Even without the visuals, I've listened to this song a few times without the visuals, and it's still great. It's a great song. It's our first great song. We Don't Talk About Bruno. Number 7, we have Enemy. Okay, I've heard this song before, Enemy, but I'm going to listen to it again off camera just to kind of reevaluate it real quick. Okay. Once again, not a bad song. Imagine Dragons. I think the production on this is actually pretty interesting. Like those really sharp sounds that just these kind of jabs of sound that hit you in the hook. That's kind of cool. And I'm sure it's very cool. I haven't seen the show Arcane, but I'm sure it's very cool, like, as, like, with the visuals accompanying it. Like, I can imagine, like, that being kind of cool. And then Jid is pretty good on the song. Like, fast rap, that's kind of cool. What I don't like, my complaint with this would be, I think the flow is really weird. I don't think the lyrics are bad. Like, the lyrics are fine. But, I think that Dan Reynolds' rap flow during the verses is a little bit awkward. But besides that, I think it's kind of a cool song, honestly. It's not something that I'm going to add to any playlists or listen to on purpose, but if I hear it on the radio, it's not necessarily going to be a skip. So, and I don't think that I'm going to hear this on the radio. But anyway, it's kind of cool. I'm going to give it a good. I think it's good. Going down to number 8. That's What I Want by Lil Nas X. That's What I Want by Lil Nas X. I wish this was almost any other song by Lil Nas X. Like Old Town Road. Like, come on, man. If this is a different week, this could have been better. But Industry Baby, I think, is an absolute bop. One of my favorite songs of 2020, especially easily one of the best hit songs of 2022, is Industry Baby. But this song is so boring. I feel the same way about this with Ghost. just like this really boring guitar music in the verses, and then this hook is just so washed out and blah, and it's just, I know Lil Nas X, I reviewed this album, and it's a pretty good album. Montero is a pretty good album, but That's What I Want, it's just, it's a mediocre gay love song, and lyrically it's just uninteresting. It's very bland. Musically, I think it's just kind of bland and just musically, the music, but it's not a bad song. It's definitely not a terrible song, but it's just bland, and it's just fine. It's okay.
What is this at number 9? What is this? We got Woman by Doja Cat.
Woman by Doja Cat. Once again, we're getting this trend of like artists that I know, like as we've seen with Justin Bieber, Lil Nas X, and now Doja Cat, artists that can make bops, who have made bops, like Say So, Kiss Me More. Like, come on, Doja Cat can do some bops. She has some bops. Even on this album, she has some bops. This Planet Her album, which this song Woman came from. I've also reviewed this on the channel. You'll see that. I'll link that in the description if you want to check that out. But anyway, Woman is kind of, it's not bad. I think the thing that holds this song up for me is Doja Cat's vocals. I think vocally, she's a really good artist. She has so much potential. She has a really good voice. She has a very dynamic voice, especially like that little thing she does at the end of the song, those wahs, the wahs, man. The sound effects. She does that rapping flow, and she has like an interesting voice there. And the music is, it's upbeat enough and it sounds good enough. Lyrically, not really feeling this song. It's not doing much for me. Maybe because I'm a dude and it's made for women. It's kind of a woman anthem, but it also has these weirdly submissive, I could be your woman, but then female empowerment in the rap verse. So I guess mixed messages. It's not a bad song. I think it's just okay, though. It's fine.
Number 10. Last song we're going to be talking about. Last song we're going to be scoring. And it's Easy on Me. Of course it is. By Adele.
Here it is. The dreaded Adele song, Easy on Me. Been a massive song in 2022. Massive. Been number 1 for a very long time. Had a lot of presence on this charts. Just now number 10. I don't care about this song at all. I kept like thinking I was going to make a review on it because I like to, I've done this thing where I've kind of reviewed the songs and talked about the songs that are number 1, but this song is so boring to me. It's a ballad, and I cannot say that it's bad. I cannot say that the piano doesn't sound nice. I cannot say that Adele's voice doesn't sound nice. I cannot say that the lyrics are bad, or even not, the lyrics are good. They're sad. They're kind of heartbreaking, But I do not like this song at all. It is an instant skip for me. I have heard it on the radio so much. It is so overplayed. And to me, it is one of those songs that does not have that replay value. Because musically, it is not doing... It doesn't sound bad musically. The music is not bad. But it's boring. And the song is like... It's almost 4 minutes long. Which is long. All these songs have been pretty short. Like, a lot of these songs are under 3 minutes. But this song is almost 4 minutes. And it's just an instant skip for me. So I can't even say that. I can't personally. This is where the personal bias comes in. You might say this is a great song. You may say this is objectively a great song. It's a great ballad. The lyrics are great. I don't care. And I'm not going to say it's bad. I cannot say it's bad. I'm going to say it's okay. It's fine. Crunching the numbers, doing the math on my phone, we have 3 good songs. Stay by Justin Bieber and the Kid Laroi. ABCDFU by Gayle. Gayle, I believe is the name of the artist. Never really heard of her until I reacted to this song. We Don't Talk About Bruno from Encanto, which is actually a great song. And the other good song was Enemy by Imagine Dragons. And then everything else was okay or fine. And that score comes to with 3 good songs. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. I'm just going to walk you through the math. And then we have 1 plus 4 with We Don't Talk About Bruno. 1 great song. Bringing the total score out of a possible best score of 40 points, 10 points. Modern music is okay. That's the conclusion. That's not the title of the video. The title of the video is modern music trash? Is modern popular music trash, or something like that? But I hate to break it to you, modern popular music is just okay. I didn't find anything downright offensive in this top 10. And occasionally in these Billboard top 10, there are songs that I find downright terrible. But I did not think anything here was bad. I thought a lot of it was just very meh. It was just very mediocre. It just didn't leave a strong impression on me. Almost nothing was great. I can't confidently say that anything was great besides that one song. So with that said, modern music is mediocre. It's okay. It's not terrible. It's not bad, but modern music is okay. I was honestly hoping that the score would be much higher. I'm disappointing myself here. This is unfortunate. Like I said, I didn't know what the top 10 was. I didn't know what the score would be until I did this right now in front of the camera, and sad. This was really fun. I really like doing this. I might do it again in the future. It's going to end up being kind of a long video because of my thoughts on all the songs, plus the reactions, plus me explaining how this works. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a long video, plus this lengthy outro. Like, come on, man. I don't even need to be talking right now. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great rest of your day.